Have you ever wondered what would happen if the trio camera titans from different multiverses worked together in the Skibidi Multiverse? How would they be able to fare against the most massive threats in the series? And in general, how would it change the entire story? In this scenario, the other DOMS titans would not exist, only the trio cameras. So for this trio, we are going to be using the DOMS camera, Dafook's camera, and Verlance's camera. What a great squad of titans. Now, let's put them up against the multiverse and see how it would play out. Starting right from the beginning, the Skibidis would have the agenda to infect any of the camera titans that are in the series. So, they'll have to come in with multiple toilets and mutants and form a group of 3 to prevent them from working together. With this, each titan would be alone, fighting against multiple toilets as the scientist would be happy. His plan is finally working, with each titan fighting for themselves. Unfortunately, the DOMS camera would get infected because we saw how easily he got infected in this state. So, at this time, they'll all be at their base forms to make it as fair as possible. Now, with DOMS camera infected, the Skibidis would retreat as they are under heavy fire and their plan has worked out. So, they'll move out with the camera titan, leaving the other titans to grieve about their loss. The main goal of the Alliance now would be to uninfect the DOMS camera, and this would not be too easy. So, they'll all kit up, but the challenge would be to find the location of the camera. They'll have to capture and interrogate some toilets with some really bizarre means. Soon enough, after much torture, they'll bulge, and the location of the DOMS camera would be exposed. So, the rescue mission would start, and the other cameras would go in to uninfect him, which would not be too easy, because they'll have to hold him down to remove the parasite. But with the help of the agents, they'll be able to hold him down enough for the cameras to remove the parasite, successfully uninfecting the camera. Well, now that the camera is with them, they'll have to go after Skibidi bases to clear them out. So, the trio would move on, clearing out all the Skibidis and mutants in the base that the drill self-destructed in the original story. Although, it wouldn't be that easy, as they are still at their base forms. The other races would have to depend on this camera trio, as they are the only hope for the Alliance. But the only thing they could do to help is to donate their knowledge and technology to improve the camera titans. After clearing multiple bases with countless battles, it would start to wear down on them. So the Alliance would see the need for a speedy upgrade, just like we saw in the original story. So instead of doing it all together, the cameras would be split into different bases to get upgraded to make it faster and more efficient, as the Skibidis could attack at any time. So the clocks would take one, and the cameras would take one too. Obviously, I think the DOMS camera would originally get upgraded by his race scientists, so the Verlance camera would get upgraded by the speakers. And you know what this means? They'll get the upgrades significant to the race upgrading them. So it means they'll have extra perks from the other races, like sound waves, time guns, and others. Yeah, this trio would be the strongest and coolest you've ever seen, coupled with the stamina and durability of the cameras. Naturally, you can tell they'll be formidable. So they all move on to a particular Skibidi base, but with the absence of the Titans, the agents didn't rest. They continued on the mission, raiding multiple bases. But this particular one would be too much for them, as we'll see that the clown mutant is about to eat them up. But before it could happen, the DOMS camera comes in, and with his machine guns, he's able to destroy the clown mutant, saving the agents. But that is the least of their problems, as he's getting the message about the location of the real threat, the Skibidi scientist. But what they didn't realize was that the scientists had enough prep time to get his shit together, and it's not going to be that easy. So, just as the trio arrives, they get ambushed by the Skibidi scientist and his allies. This time, he'll come in with the magnet mutant and Pennywise to make it a fair battle. But here's where the Titans would get to show off their new upgrades in a fiery battle. The trio cameras would battle the trio mutants, but based on the fact they'll be able to have each other's backs, covering for their flaws, like the Dafook's camera with the clock abilities with the weakness of the magnet. He would have to stay away from the magnet mutant. With this strategy, they are able to defeat Pennywise, with the DOMS camera roasting the hell out of him with his core blast, and the magnet mutant fried and stunned with the Verlance camera's sound waves and flamethrower combo. Yeah, that would be so cool to see. So, the scientist realizes he's cooked and would do the right thing, get the hell out of there. But he has a last surprise for them. Here come the kamikazes. And yeah, Dom's camera would step in to save the day with his shield, protecting them from the immense explosion. Phew! What a battle! Just as they are about to catch their breath, Dafook's camera would receive a message that the clock base has been attacked. Damn, they'll still have to go to another battle, I guess. No day offs. So, they move on to the base, and getting there, they meet the agents in a heated heated battle with the SCPs, and the large clockman offers to help with his time stop, so they'll be able to disable the bomb. But a magnet toilet interferes. However, this gives them the edge to be able to pull the bomb out of the tower, disabling it. Now, they'll have to deal with the SCPs. Despite the heavy firepower they have, the durable shields of the cameras would do them justice, and they'll all be put to the dust. As for the nuke space, the cameras storm the base and literally crush it down to pieces due to the pain of exhaustion from the unending battles. However, the scientist, now frustrated, teams up with Alpha to get justice for being bullied and humiliated like that. The plan would be to attack the only races without a Titan. They'll go with the drill race and attack the clocks because rumors would have been spreading. You know, those toilets can hear and have big mouths. So the Alliance's plan would be out, and it won't be good for the Skibitas. So they'll have to annihilate the clock race as soon as possible. Alpha gives the order, and the drills are attacked. Oh, poor drills. As they don't have a Titan to protect them, they call on the Titans to save them from the mutants. They get the message and start getting ready to go to the base, but Darfuk's camera is called back by the clock boss, saying he has another mission. What could this possibly be? So, at the drill base, the Titans arrive and it's a mess. So, they'll have to fight against the mutants and free the hostages. Meanwhile, Alpha would go onto the clock base to carry out their evil deeds. But the whole place is empty. The clocks had already left the base to a secret base as part of their plan. Luckily for them, they escaped Alpha's grip. At the drill base, the Titans are able to free some hostages, but not all are saved, as even the drill woman is among the hostages. The Alliance would have to get her back alongside the other hostages. So, the two cameras move onto the clock base, now taken over by Alpha, holding the hostages. They meet up with the Skibidi scientist and they'll have to fight him. But since they are 2 against 1, the scientist would soon realize it's not worth it and scramble away, leaving Alpha to deal with them. So, Alpha, seeing they'll take back the clock base, has no other choice but to summon the counter Titan. And yeah, the duo camera would have to fight against this beast. So the counter pounces on them aggressively, and the battle rages on with the counter copying their weapons and using it against them. But Alpha would panic when she realizes something. Where's the last one of the cameras? Yeah, things are about to go south for the Skibidis. The Alliance has been cooking up something at the secret base, and what they are about to see, they are not yet ready for it. So the counter is out there bullying the duo cameras and having a nice time. Then suddenly, a sword pierces through him from the back, and Darfuk's camera comes in style with a golden armor and a clock sword. Yeah, they really cooked with this one. Although he won't be able to use the time abilities in full, he has the time sword and time guns. So he's able to stop the counter Titan in time, and with the time sword, chop him down to pieces in a way even his balls won't resurrect. Yeah, they'll be caught too, but the spider still escapes. So fear his return. Now, everyone turns over to Alpha, and she still has her orbs with her. She uses them to teleport out of the base, and the Alliance is happy they have vanquished their enemy and taken back their base. But the clock boss is worried because he knows Alpha would snitch about them to her race, and soon they'll invade. But they have bigger problems. The G-Man apocalypse news would have reached them. So, the Titans have to kit up with all the upgrades they've got and stop it from unleashing. So, they head out to the base, and the Skibitas had put mutants in place to stall the cameras. They'll have to split up to make better chances, but this turns out to be a very bad idea, as they'll be up against mutants like 01 and even the Titan Killer. Yeah, things would not look too good for them. But just as they are in battle, the G-Man apocalypse would be unleashed, towering high above them. Damn, things just got harder for the Alliance. However, everything is about to change, as Alpha would have snitched, and the alien mothership would be hovering above the battlefield. These aliens are not here to partner, they are here to conquer the Earth. So, the only logical thing to do is to team up to fight against the threats together. So, the Alliance and Skibidis would have to form a truce to survive. However, we don't know yet how strong or how many these aliens would be, so let's leave it at that. It could go either way, they win or lose, but it's highly probable they lose, as they are basically outnumbered and outclassed. However, check out this video to see what would happen if only the Pencil Woman existed in the Skibidi Multiverse. Unique Clockman out.